Hello, my name is Dheeraj and I am an engineer in Citrix Systems. I have experience in networking domain. I also work on cloud native offerings of Citrix Systems where we strive to deploy Citrix ADC, ADM in Kubernetes environments. Today I am going to talk about how to deploy Citrix ADC data plane for XDS based control planes. My main focus would be on presenting an approach that makes your non-envoy proxy a XDS compliant one. But before that, I shall discuss a little bit about brownfield deployments of service meshes. Then I will quickly give you some idea about our Citrix application delivery controllers and its various form factors, followed by the details of Citrix XDS adapter which we have developed to place our Citrix ADC as an XDS proxy. I hope that audience is aware about XDS protocol as I won't be diving deep into it. Finally, I will give you a demo of how we place Citrix ADC in XDS based service mesh. Service mesh technology is awesome and it provides a rich feature set, but these are fairly complex to operate. Organizations that are using out of the box service mesh solutions, they are primarily using it for greenfield deployments. That means they are trying it out for new applications which are containerized and mostly deployed on clouds. The scale of these deployments is relatively small compared to the brownfield deployments. Troubleshooting in service mesh deployments is not simple enough, and it needs a person with a good skill set to investigate issues. When an organization wants to try out modern technologies in traditional deployments, things might not work like a fairy tale. For example, it won't be a smooth road when you want to deploy service mesh in existing network which is already complex enough to manage. And we all know the risks of tinkering something which is running from years. There is a fear of unknown. What if something goes wrong? The impact of it might be much bigger than anticipated. It is a precarious situation to be in, and before we do such deployment, we have to find answers to some really critical questions such as who will take the onus of building such brownfield mesh, who will be managing this service mesh, how to debug or troubleshoot it, and how to manage interoperability between this new deployment and already deployed L7 technologies. Well, these are daunting questions, but if we just ponder over few facts, then it is not difficult to address this. In reality, commercial proxy vendors like popular high-performance Citrix ADCs are already deployed to manage east-west traffic. This set of east-west proxies are already configured to solve some of the same problems that service meshes aim to solve. In networking domain, fine-tuning of network appliances make a big difference to the overall network performance, and it takes a real expert to troubleshoot network performance problems. One needs to have a thorough knowledge of L4 to L7 layers, and frankly speaking, it is a rare skill set to find. So it is quite possible that the current proxy experts are tasked to operate the latest service meshes. In last couple of years, there has been a Cambrian explosion of control planes based on XDS protocol. Istio, Consul Connect, Quma, AppMesh, Service Mesh Interface, and few others are all centered around this XDS protocol. And these service mesh technologies are still evolving expeditiously. Containerized applications are still a small fraction of workloads and still have to coexist with existing and new virtualized and bare metal workloads. All workloads, whether new or existing, they have similar requirements for which the newer service meshes brings a comprehensive solution. Operators have used non-envoy proxies, DNS and service discovery to build out a similar capability on their existing workloads. In a brownfield deployment, the operator now has to manage the complexity of their existing homegrown service mesh built out of the non-envoy proxies and learn a rapidly changing project such as Istio. What if they could leave one part of the mesh common, the data plane? The common thread between all these meshes is XDS and Envoy. In other words, we have to address the challenge of how to bring existing proxies into the service mesh domain, assuming control plane is based on XDS protocol. And if we can do that, we can reuse the familiar technology and skill set with current set of proxies, and we can reap the benefits of existing investments. As you might be aware, XDS represents a bunch of discovery service APIs to find various dynamic resources in the system. These are pretty modern compared to lots of established proxy solutions such as Citrix ADC. Many organizations are using battle-tested proxies from years, much before the emergence of XDS protocol. As the world embraces more and more cloud-native technologies, it is important for these proxies to be compliant with modern technologies such as XDS. These proxies can be enhanced to support XDS protocol, but usually this kind of project would take more time and effort. And of course, such kind of solution can only be provided by proxy vendor who have access to the code. I am going to talk about the containerized solution where you can build your own adapter to turn non-ONMAP proxy into a XDS proxy one. This way you don't need to wait for the proxy to provide native support for XDS protocol, and you can place your existing proxy devices in XDS based technologies. We at Citrix Systems created one such containerized solution that enabled us to plug Citrix ADC devices in Istio and Consul service meshes. I will talk about it sometime, but let me first give you background about the Citrix ADCs. Citrix Application Delivery Controller was formerly known as NetScaler. It is a battle-tested app delivery and load balancing solution for more than 15 years for many organizations around the globe. It has enabled industry-leading players to deliver a flawless application experience to their users, and it has innovated itself over the years to be relevant in changing times of on-prem to cloud shift. Citrix ADC is well suited for all kinds of applications, right from monolithic to microservices based apps. Citrix ADC comes in various form factors such as MPX, which is a physical device and tailor-made to manage web-based applications with gigabits of traffic. It provides an excellent performance on application security front. This hardware form factor is primarily developed for cloud scale and SSL performance. There is VPX, which is a VM-based offering of Citrix ADC. This device is best suited for hybrid clouds and also provide high SSL performance without hardware acceleration. Then there is BLX, which is literally a process running on Linux machines. It is suited for high throughput environments and latency sensitive workloads, and you can manage it with common Linux deployment tools. And then we have CPX, which is a container based ADC that can be provisioned on a Docker host. One can leverage Docker engine capabilities and use CPX's load balancing and traffic management features for container based applications. Out of these ADC form factors, Citrix ADC MPX, VPX and BLX act as a high performing edge proxies, whereas Citrix ADC CPX can play the role of both service as well as edge proxy. And do you know what's great about all these form factors? There is a single code base across all these ADC variants. It provides operational consistency and holistic visibility across multi-cloud environment. Yes, we have very good integration with cloud providers. You can deploy Citrix ADC on all leading cloud providers such as AWS, Azure and GCP. So whatever kind of environment you have, be it on-prem, hybrid, multi-cloud or all-in cloud, you can deploy Citrix ADC and use its advanced traffic management features for seamless and secure application delivery. Many organizations are transitioning to Kubernetes world, and they might fear whether their current set of ADCs would be usable in such changing environments or not. Well, fear not. Keep calm and trust Citrix. We have a range of cloud native solutions such as Citrix Ingress Controller, Citrix Observability Exporter, Citrix Node Controller that enable organizations to deploy their existing ADC appliances in the Kubernetes or similar environments and help them in smooth transition to the cloud native world. I'll be talking about one such solution which helps customer fit existing Citrix ADC into service mesh of their choice. As I said earlier, with the emergence of XDS, service meshes like Istio and Consul have become quite popular. I'll be taking an example of Istio, but the same holds true for other XDS based service mesh environments like Consul. Istio is an open source service mesh platform that provides a way to control how microservices communicate with each other. It comprises of control plane and data plane. The data plane handles network traffic between the services in the mesh. All of this traffic is intercepted and redirected by network proxy system such as Citrix ADC. Citrix ADC is obviously a reputed proxy solution, and we wanted to deploy the same in data plane of Istio. Istio uses XDS APIs to find various dynamic resources in the system, but Citrix ADC provides a proprietary Nitro protocol to configure and monitor the appliance programmatically by using REST interfaces. As some of you might be aware, XDS is a bidirectional model, whereas Nitro is a push-based one. So it was not exactly instantly possible to place Citrix ADC in the Istio data plane. We developed a microservice Citrix XDS adapter acting as a bridge between XDS server and an ADC. This is a lightweight container written in Go language. We designed our new microservice to be XDS compliant and also implemented desired state APIs that strives to bring the current state equal to desired state on Citrix ADC appliance. This XDS adapter establishes a gRPC connection to an XDS API server like Istio-D or Console Agent. It receives the XDS resources from XDS server and converts them into equivalent ADC config blocks. The set of these config blocks represent the desired state config on ADC. XDS adapter then commits these desired config blocks on ADC by making REST API calls. There is a one-on-one association between an instance of XDS adapter and Citrix ADC appliance. This XDS adapter indirectly provides XDS protocol compliance to the associated Citrix ADC. The Citrix XDS adapter is built to support different versions of XDS API like version 0.8.6 and version 0.9.5. It is essentially a non-Envoy XDS client which converts Envoy's XDS API, or we can also call it as the data plane API, into equivalent Citrix ADC configuration. This is the architecture of Citrix XDS adapter. It comprises of two main packages, ADS client and NS config engine. ADS client has two important modules, XDS client and config adapter. XDS client module is responsible to establish gRPC connection with XDS server. It receives various XDS resources from the server. Config adapter module converts these XDS resources to a bunch of ADC config blocks. These config blocks represent the desired state. Config adapter sends these desired state blocks to NS config engine. NS config engine comprises of desired state committer that is built on top of the Go Nitro. It affects the desired state of an object on Citrix ADC. Go Nitro is a Go client for Citrix ADC configuration. It is available on GitHub. Okay, now without wasting any more time, let me demonstrate you the working example of synergy between Citrix ADC and Istio. I am going to deploy the book info application in Istio Service Mesh. It is kind of a hello world example in the Istio world. If you have tried out Istio, chances are that you already know this book info application. I am going to deploy this book info application in namespace book info. It consists of 4 microservices written in various languages. These are product page, details, reviews and ratings. Out of these, reviews is deployed with 3 different versions and product page is the front end service. We have an automatic sidecar injector running in dedicated namespace Citrix system. It injects Citrix XDS adapter and Citrix ADC CPX as sidecars in application pod. For this to work, application namespace should be labeled with CPX injection. I am going to deploy Citrix ADC VPX as Istio Ingress Gateway. The network connectivity between VPX and cluster nodes is pre-established. This will also demonstrate the fact that we can use existing ADC appliances to serve service mesh traffic. This is the Citrix ADC VPX's CLI. From config perspective, we will be starting on a clean slate. As you can see, there is not a single virtual server configured on Citrix ADC VPX. We have developed couple of Helm charts for deploying Ingress Gateway and automatic sidecar injector. Now I am going to install Helm chart for Ingress Gateway. Here I am specifying the management IP of the ADC device which should be configured as gateway. I am also providing an IP address that is to be used as external IP for accessing application in the mesh. We call it vServer IP or VIP. I have already deployed CPX sidecar injector in the interest of time. Ingress Gateway pod and sidecar injector are running in Citrix system namespace. We will come to Ingress Gateway pod in short time. Let me first deploy the book info application. I am labeling the application namespace for auto sidecar injection. Okay, so all pods in book info namespace are up and running. Now I am going to deploy Istio Gateway, Virtual Service and Destination Rule CRDs to expose the front-end product-based service via ADC VPX. Let's have a look at VPX config again. We should have vServer and associated config applied which would handle the product page traffic. The configuration on this VPX is done by an XDS adapter running in Ingress Gateway Pod. You can see here the Ingress Gateway Pod in Citrix system namespace. It has two containers. The first one is exporter that retrieves matrix data from Citrix ADC VPX, and the same is scraped by Prometheus. And second container is our XDS adapter that establishes gRPC connection with Istio on one side and secure HTTP connection with VPX on the other. By the way, I have deployed this application in 1.6 version of Istio. Let me show containers of one of the application pods. Here is the product page pod, and we can see that along with product page container, we have container named Istio adapter, which is essentially an XDS adapter, and we also have CPX container as a sidecar proxy. Now let's send the traffic to this application. I will provide the vServer IP that has been used to expose product page service in browser. It is a HTTPS connection, and here is the response from Bookinfo application. We are getting response from all services, product page, details, ratings and reviews. I will refresh the page repeatedly, and we should see colors of stars changing or not getting stars itself. That concludes our Istio and Citrix ADC integration demo. Since we are in a demo mode, I also want to quickly showcase the Citrix ADC in console example. I have a console installed in Kubernetes cluster, and two pods named Orange and Banana are deployed along with XDS adapter and Citrix ADC CPX proxy containers. These two are dummy HTTP services that just responds with its own service name when a request is made to them. Let me give you a glimpse inside the Orange pod. Console adapter is an XDS adapter container. In console environment, XDS server is known as console agent. Console agent runs on each node of the cluster on port 8502. XDS adapter establishes gRPC connection with console agent on the node IP and port 8502, where agent is listening for discovery requests. Then we have CPX proxy running, which is configured by the console adapter. Let me give a glimpse at the Orange application's YAML file. These are some standard annotations of console connect. Connect services value, which is orange, is used for registration with console. In console environment, each service knows beforehand about all target service that it needs to communicate with. These upstream dependencies must be satisfied using connect service upstreams annotation. This annotation declares the names of any upstream dependencies and a local port for the proxy to listen on. When a connection is established to that local port, the proxy establishes a connection to the target service, Banana in this example, using mutual TLS and identifying as the source service, Orange in this example. Now let me show you a config on CPX proxy. Here, Orange is configured to talk to Banana on port 1234 of local proxy's IP. 192.0.0.4 is the IP of local CPX proxy. Now I will send request to 192.0.0.4.1234 and expect a response from Banana pod. You can see that I am getting HTTP 200 OK and a response from the Banana. So that is the working example of Citrix ADC CPX and XDS adapter in Console Connect. I hope you like these demos. In these demos, I have showcased how can we deploy popular Citrix ADC as a sidecar and edge proxy. And this was demonstrated for greenfield deployments. But as mentioned in the beginning, we can deploy the existing Citrix ADC in brownfield meshes. Here in this slide, we shall see how the overall deployment of Citrix ADC look like in brownfield environment. Say an organization is already using flexible Citrix ADC MPX to manage its traditional 3-tier network deployment. Now this organization has created some containerized applications and deployed it in a Kubernetes cluster. One can deploy these applications or services along with Envoy sidecar proxies. Then we need to deploy a couple of Citrix related Kubernetes services such as Observability Exporter and CPX Sidecar Injector that helps in providing insights about the applications and automatically inject lightweight Citrix ADC CPX as sidecar in selected namespaces respectively. And to configure our Citrix ADC MPX as an edge device to handle north-south traffic for the service mesh deployment, we deploy the Citrix XDS adapter. So far, we have high performance Citrix ADC to manage ingress and egress traffic, and Envoy handling east-west communication for few services. To get additional benefits with respect to performance, observability, etc., We can also deploy lightweight Citrix ADC CPX as sidecar proxies for some applications. This provides a great flexibility to the user to customize his or her environment. In a nutshell, we can deploy existing widely popular Citrix ADC device as an ingress or egress gateway device, and we can have a combination of sidecar proxies to manage east-west traffic of the application. Citrix ADC will also enable communication between traditional applications and modern microservices based applications. Finally, I just want to reiterate that we can deploy existing proxy solutions such as Citrix ADC in modern XDS based service meshes, and that too without changing any source code of the ADC. You just need to develop your own custom solution to plug in proxy in the mesh, like we did by developing Citrix XDS adapter. You can check out all the details about Citrix ADC and its various form factors on the Citrix URL shown on this screen. The Citrix XDS adapter is an open source software and the code is available on GitHub. You are welcome to contribute to these projects. We will be glad to accept PRs. Thank you very much for tuning to this session. Have a good day.